we were able to find it and, basically win the ball game.
Michael, is this going to be a good thing for the team and as a whole for Scotty to do what he's doing?
Well, I think it's up to Scotty. I think if it's good for Scotty, that's definitely good for the team. I think we just have to bind together and hold while he's, recuperating a little bit, and it's going to give some other players an opportunity to step up and, get some heavy minutes and contribute to our team's success, hopefully, and it's just going to make us a better team down the road. But I think our first and foremost concern is to make sure Scotty gets the type of rest and certainly get his injuries in the past.
Michael, you and Scotty are among the few players of this team who've played every game going into tonight. How cognizant are you tonight? You're on the floor. How cognizant were you of, one of the main guys is not there, and it took a while to adjust?
It took me a while. It moved me back up to the two-guard situation where I was basically the push guy, and first half I was kind of rusty, and I kind of found a rhythm to play it in the second half. But it's going to make some adjustments around here, and we have to make those adjustments so that the team prosper from it. No matter how much you're going to have to really, alter your games a little bit. But I think we're willing to do that so that we can maintain the success of this team while he's, basically getting his rest.
Michael, knowing how competitive Scotty is, do you think he'll be back sooner than the 10 to 14 days the Bulls are saying?
Well, we don't know. I think that's really Scotty's call. As much as we try to second guess or guess what his conditions are, we want him to be very cautious about it and very conservative about it, because he's a very important part to this team's success. And no matter who we have to play, we have to bond and play without him. And I think we can. But his health is very important for us because of his capabilities as this team leader.
Michael, have you talked to him since the...
About Dennis, did you see him throw that camera, that still camera, tonight on the sidelines when he got steamed?
Well, I think he really had a gripe. A lot of times when the cameramen are down there, they spread themselves pretty wide. They got cameras all over the place, 2 and 3 or 4 cameras, and that's just that increases the chances of someone getting hurt. And the way he plays, which is all out, and he dives for balls all the time over on the baseline, and I think he's worried about hitting his head on some of those cameras that are spread out. So I think that was the statement that he's made, and he made it in the course of the game. But I don't think everyone's worried about his outbursts. I'm not worried about it. I think he's more or less calm and really focused in terms of what we ask him to do.
Michael, ever since Denver here Friday night, do you have any thoughts on what's going on with Mahmoud, Abdul, Rauf, and what has happened over the last 24 to 48 hours?
I think that's a personal, thought that he must more or less approach and decide upon. This is a world, or the United States is a place where we can practice any kind of religion. It's never really been forced that we have to practice a certain religion, and here he is, he's practicing his religion, and he has certain views about, certain things. And is it something that we should judge? We should question him about? I beg to differ a little bit, with that. I think if it's been going on for 60 games now, pretty much all season long, a solution either could have come out of this without getting it to this point where, it may jeopardize his career, and quite naturally it may jeopardize the NBA's reputation. But I think a problem is going to have to come out of this. A solution has to come out of this, and I don't know if you should ask the guy to certainly go against his religious beliefs, and I think if he believes that, then we have to honor that and hope that it's not something that's going to deteriorate the league's whole perspective of what it's all about. And
any thoughts on the NBA rule as it applies to that?
I think everyone understood the rules, and I think when you sign a contract, it's very evident that that's a part of the rules. If it's a rule, but I don't think a player of his stature who considers the situation to be something against his religion, it could be a compromise somewhere, and I think it should have been that without it getting to the focus of the public. And right now, no matter what the decision may be, you have certainly the public awareness is pros and cons right now, and I'd much rather seen it dealt with in a private situation so that no one knows, and it's going to be some pros and cons opinions about it. And he's going to certainly have to deal with some of the negativism that comes out of this. And then some people are going to look at it in a positive way, standing up for what he believes in. And, you know, I'm never against it. I believe if he believes in what he believes in, he certainly should stand forward and deal with the repercussions of it.
Michael, back to the Scotty situation.
This team that you can win without Scottie Pippen on the floor.
I think this team is pretty balanced. I mean, I think we feel that we can win without Scotty. We know that we'd rather not, but being that he's not here, we got to pick up, you know, our responsibilities a little bit. We got to cover that loophole, which is a very big loophole. And tonight we were able to do that. We just have to concentrate on that even more so coming against Denver, who, as you know, beat us in Denver. We're looking forward to kind of redeem ourselves.
Michael, since the decision was made to keep Scotty out for 10 to 14 days, have you had a chance to chat with him?
Sure, I've talked to him, and I've reiterated that it's your call. You know, don't let anyone dictate what you feel and how you feel about your body and how you should participate. Only you know, and I think he's going to use that judgment in that sense. And we as players, we support him. We support his decision to do that, and we know that we're going to get a stronger Scottie Pippen back whenever he comes back. And I think that's a scary thought, you know, to have a stronger Scottie Pippen coming back and, you know, giving us the type of game that we expect of him.
So it sounds like he asked you for your advice on the situation.
He didn't really ask my advice. I wouldn't ask him to do that. I think he has to know. I respect him enough to make the sound decision best suited for himself. And we as a team would have to, you know, fall in line with that. And I think we have, you know, and he's going to continue to get treatment, and then he's going to bounce back whenever he feels he's ready to come back.
How does the team change when you have Tony in that exact position like that, and yourself maybe playing a little bit more of the you know, traditional guard type?
Well, you got to make adjustments. You know, you're comfortable with a certain way of playing, a certain style of playing, a certain rhythm of playing, and now you have to alter that to where the team has to feel a better comfort with that. And tonight it was a little rough for me the first half.
About a quarter and a half to get
it took me a while, you know, and I guess the more that he's out and the more they have to do that, I'm going to make adjustments a little bit quicker. But I think it shows also our versatility as a team, that we're able to compromise with the key player out and still be able to function as a team. That's one of the things that Phil stresses about this system, is that no matter who's on the court, the system really can stand up on its own. Individual players such as myself and Tony, and we can certainly get our own shots outside the offense, but within the offense it gives everybody else a threat to be a part of that.
Tony gets 5 steals, and he gets, you know, he tapped the ball away a few times, he had a block shot, stuff like that. I mean, he even showed a little defense tonight, which is not...
Yeah, he gambled very well. I mean, you know, he's a gambler, and every now and then he's going to gamble right. We don't want to live on that, but quite naturally he was an important part for us defensively.
All right, comments from Michael Jordan, who had 37 tonight. Let's make our way around the locker room to see if anyone else is left here. We can go grab a word or two with James Edwards, Carlton Hathcote, our fine cameraman. Turn it around.